My name is Megan, and this is Everything Lit. Welcome to a weekend vlog. So I'm gonna try to do a weekend vlog. I've tried it before, totally failed. So it is like the weekend of October 1st. It is September 30th, and I'm trying to complete Becca's Bookathon. I'm definitely not going to because I would have to read like 3 books tonight. It's not gonna happen. But I'm gonna try to finish Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly this weekend. Get my September TBR wrapped up. And then October 1st, which is tomorrow, and it is like 11 o'clock at night right now, so technically October 1st is in an hour. Sorry if things are shaky. I'm holding my phone at a very strange angle, but I want to finish The It Girl by Ruth Ware for the live show tomorrow that Books and Lala is hosting. So that's the goal. I'm like halfway through. I have the audiobook, I have the physical book, but the audiobook says I have 8 hours left. And reading physically, I know I could probably finish it in like 2.5. So I'm gonna try to read it physically, but we'll see what happens. The live show is at 2 p.m. my time tomorrow, so I've got the whole morning to finish it. We'll be fine. We'll get it done. So that's the plan. Also, the new Interview with a Vampire show premieres this Sunday, and I actually have cable because I'm an old soul, and I hope to watch it when it drops, but I'm going to a baby shower on Sunday, so I should be home in time. It premieres at like 7 p.m. and the baby shower is at like 11, but I'm going with my mom, and she loves to stay to parties until past the end. We're usually helping people pack up, so we'll see how that goes. See you around. Hi, being real casual like, just some, midnight blogging. Stop throwing peace signs up. Sorry if you can hear Vino cleaning himself. Of course, as soon as I hit record, he was like, yeah, I have to be clean. I have to shower right now. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Anyway, talking about The It Girl, which I am 300 pages in out of 400, roughly. I really like it. It is about a girl named Hannah Jones who she didn't witness the murder, but her best friend and roommate at Oxford, April, was murdered, and Hannah found the body. And it was her testimony that essentially put away the guy who they think did it. It's told in 2 timelines. There's before, which is the events leading up to April's death, and then after. That section takes place 10 years later. The man who was put away for this murder has just died in jail, and it's bringing up all of these issues and unresolved questions that Hannah has. She's pregnant, she's married, she lives in Edinburgh now, and it's very good. I have only read one other Ruth Ware, and that was pretty recent, and I like the mystery. I like the suspense. Like, we knew what it does really well is, like, we knew that April died, right? It sort of opens with her body being found, and like, we know she's dead. But the tension in those before sections, like leading up to April's death, was really solid and like creepy and just well written, well balanced. And then the more mystery aspect of like who did it, why, comes into play in the after section. The part that I'm 300 pages in, as I said, and the plot has really started to take off. The mystery in that after section of like who could have possibly done it is coming to fruition. So I'm excited to finish it. I will probably not finish it tonight. I'm about to go to bed because my hair is cray cray. That's not why. I'm going to bed because I'm tired, but I will definitely finish it tomorrow before the live show, and I will let you know my thoughts. Hi, I'm working with 3 theories here. I've got less than 100 pages left, and I have 3 theories. I can't tell them to you because of spoilers, but theory 1 is a little bonkers, and that's what I want to happen. Theory 2 is the conclusion, the revelation that the characters just came to. I wouldn't be mad about it. It would make sense, and it would be a little different. So I'd be okay with that ending. And theory 3, if that's true, I hate it. It's too predictable, and I'm going to be a little disappointed in the ending. Like, I think the book itself is still good. It's hovering at like 3-4 stars. If the ending that I want to happen happens, 5 stars. If the ending that I'm okay with happens, probably 4. And if the predictable ending happens, it'll probably be like a 3.5 or a 4. I really do, like, as good as a book can be, the ending can also like make or break it. Because if it's a bad ending to a good book, it just makes me even angrier because it was such a good book and then you ruined it, you know? So we'll update you. I've now got 2.5 hours until the live show. We'll definitely finish this. I've probably got like 40 more minutes of reading, and then I'll be done. And I'll let you know if I like the ending. Okay, I want to revise my earlier statement. I'm on page 354 out of 422, and if theory 3 happens, the one that I'd be mad about, but we'll call it like 3.5. If theory 3.5 happens, because here's the thing. Theory 3 is a certain thing, and then if there's like a little twist, a little something else to that, so there's theory 1, 2, 3, and 3.5. And if 3.5 happens, I would be less mad about it. And I think that would make a really interesting story. So 3.5, I would be okay with that. But if just plain old theory 3 happens, mad about it. Last update before I finish the book. I have 40 pages left. Option ending 3.5 isn't not gonna happen. That was a brief hope, but no. I think it might be ending 3, not pleased, but the way things are shaking out right now, I'm thinking either a big twist is about to happen that I don't know how I'll feel about it, but I think something big is about to happen, or we're just going to follow down this route that has started and I'm going to be annoyed. That's my update. I might be annoyed, but I'm not right now. Things are good. I'm back. I have not left this chair. I'm trying to finish this book, and I did it. I finished it before the live show. The It Girl. Okay, all my theories were wrong. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, all wrong. It was a secret, mysterious option number 4 that happened, and it was very action-packed. It was very exciting. Did not see it coming, I think, in almost any way. So props for that. It made me want to go back and like reread earlier sections, but the way it's tied together, the way the main character explains everything in the end, really just, it makes it so I don't have to go back and reread those sections because they put all the pieces together, and then as the main character is saying it, you're like, oh yeah, like April did mention that, and the main character, like, they did say that to each other. So very exciting, very tense, and I think Ruth Ware really does know how to keep the suspense going, because after the big confrontation, there was still like a whole chapter where you were like, but wait, what happened? Where, you know, at this event, and we're like, but what happened? And at the end of that chapter, you find out, and it was very good. Very surprised. I shouldn't be surprised, but I feel like I've only heard, I guess most recently I've seen a lot of reviews for One by One, which is, oh Jesus, squeaks. Look at this big lug. One by One is pretty universally like disliked. But The Turn of the Key was great. The It Girl was great. Bro, you just scratched the heck out of my leg. I did not see the ending coming, did not predict it, really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it 5 stars for sure. What a good book. I'm so excited to watch the live show and hear what other people have to say about it. So I'll update you later when I actually do something else besides read this book. Isn't that right, Squeaks? Sir? Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the lap. Yeah, you. All right. Live show is complete. It was a good time. There was a range of ratings. If you weren't on the live show or haven't read The It Girl, no spoilers, but that we had like 1 and 2 stars all the way up to 5 stars. I was a 5 star. There was a lot of, like, it was boring. It was too long, which I can see where they're coming from. It was a bit long, but The It Girl is definitely more mystery than thriller, in my opinion. It is very much a mystery that they are trying to solve. The thriller aspect really only comes in the last like 50 to 100 pages. So I get why people don't like it, but I had a great time. So goals for the rest of the day. I need to shower. Want to film another video because I filmed a spooky video, and now I want to film one other thing so that I have stuff to edit throughout the week, and then pick up crumble cookies and go to my parents'. I also started a little bit of Last House on Needless Street, so maybe I'll talk more about that tomorrow. Or I should start Nothing But Blackened Teeth, because the audiobook is only 3 hours, and I feel like between the drive down to my parents and the drive back, I could probably finish that whole audiobook. So do I want to listen to a spooky book, or do I want to jam to some tunes? Unclear. Another update, another cat. What's good? I am reading, can you get it together, ma'am? I'm reading Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward, and the audiobook is extremely disconcerting. Like, I don't know if I like it. Vaguely, like, I was debating on DNFing it like 30 minutes in. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm loving it. What's up? It's Megan. It is late Sunday. I have not been able to make any updates, but that's okay because now I have lots to say. Also, if you hear a crazy man, it's Vino. You being crazy? You can definitely hear that. Let's just pay no attention to the bag. I just got home. Go. He's crazy. So, the update is I'm 50% into The Last House on Needless Street. And let's talk about what it's about before I give you my thoughts. The Last House on Needless Street is about, so it's told from 3 points of view. We have Ted, who has been losing time lately. He is sort of haunted by his past. He hears the ghost of his mother. Not really sure what's going on with him. He seems to go through his day-to-day, and the book opens with him looking out onto his backyard and seeing a bunch of dead birds. So that's like the opening. We have Olivia, who is a cat, and we get her point of view about Ted, because she is Ted's cat, and about this weird whining she hears. She also is very religious and consults the Bible for what to do going forward. And then the third point of view is Dee Dee. She is a 20-something girl whose family has all passed away. When she was like, the part of her storyline is when she was like 14, her younger sister disappeared from a family vacation. And those are the 3 points of view. It's very atmospheric. It's very spooky, creepy, like uncomfy. Like I listened to like 3 hours of it. I was like 20% in when I left and was listening to music in the car. And I don't know if I had just like read too much on Saturday or I was like too involved in the world, but I kind of felt icky. Like I felt kind of sick to my stomach. And I think some of the scenes in this book are just, they're so unsettling. And I have a different relationship with like reading scary things than I do listening to it. So I'm listening to this on audio and listening to a narrator, like, and it's in first person. All of it, I'm pretty sure all of it's in first person. So you get like Ted's strange, like broken narration, and there's a scene with snakes that's kind of upsetting, and it's very spooky. I actually almost DNF'd it because I was just like, do I want to listen to this like unsettling, creepy, potentially very sad and like gnarly story? I've found that probably since like 2016 that upsetting or sad stories like I don't want to read that. I feel like reality right now is so nightmarish, especially like 2022 after living through 2020 and 2021 and just all the things in the world that have been happening. I don't want my escapism. Like I'm not reading, this might sound awful, but I'm not reading for like enrichment anymore. I'm not reading to like learn things about the world or society or like have truths laid on me or, you know, harsh realities. I want to read for escapism and fun and pleasure. And I think that is one of the reasons the romance genre has exploded so much in the last couple of years, because I feel like a lot of people just want to live in a world or want to escape to a world where everything will be all right in the end, because there's so much uncertainty. And I feel like The Last House on Needless Street is like, hey, reality is uncertain. Welcome to this nightmarish world where you don't know if the characters that you're listening to are telling the truth and like what they're seeing and like what is happening. So no spoilers, but Ted has a daughter named Lauren, and there's something going on there. I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't fully know what's going on there, but it's not right. And we know Ted's not right from his narration. Just all the characters in this book are messed up from trauma, and you feel like bad for them, like, because you're in their head, right? Ted's first person point of view, you're in his head, and he likes cooking, and he has this cat. As far as I know, she is a cat. I don't know what else to say about this book. It's unsettling and creepy. And if you are into those vibes, if you like being weirded out and not knowing what's happening or what's real or what's not in these books, you may like The Last House on Needless Street. I am now 50% in. Things haven't even escalated, but pieces are coming together. Like from the narration and the scenes that we're getting, I kind of feel like I have a better idea of what's going on and what is real. And like Ted is telling his part of the story, but then we get Olivia, his cat, saying a couple other parts of the story. And I feel like I have an idea of what's happening, but I don't know. And I won't know because I'm not going to finish it tonight. I have to finish it tomorrow though, because my library loan goes back at like midnight tomorrow. So have to finish it tomorrow. I'm halfway through. I'll definitely be able to listen to it at work. I will get it done tomorrow, but woof. I almost DNF'd it. And we'll see if I feel like I should have. Because right now I am intrigued and I'm drawn in. And as much as I don't enjoy this world, I am there. I want to know the ending. I want all the pieces to come together. So that's The Last House on Needless Street. The other book I'm reading, which it's over in my bag somewhere, is Curiosity Thrilled the Cat. And it is about Kathleen, a librarian who has moved to Minnesota recently to oversee the renovation of Mayville Heights. I think it's Mayville Heights, their hometown library. She's overseeing the renovations. She's just moved to town. She's a city girl, I think from New York. While she's there, she has adopted 2 cats from this mysterious like wisteria house that is abandoned, but kind of has some spooky vibes. It was built by like the richest people in town, but then when the guy's wife died, they moved out and it's sort of been left overgrown, and these cats live up there and she has adopted 2 of them. And that's sort of the background, but the main plot of the story is that Kathleen finds a dead body because it's a cozy mystery. So Kathleen finds the dead body of this conductor who is in town for a music festival to, help direct it. And things go from there. She has to she doesn't have to, but she's a suspect initially, and now she wants to help solve the murder. And her cats may or may not be magical. It is called the Magical Cat series, so take from that what you will. I am enjoying it. It's a little slow and I want to like it more than I do. It has Minnesota, which I lived in Minnesota for a while. Love that. A librarian and libraries and books. Love that. Cats. Love that. I actually just kind of wish they weren't magical because I think mentally I'm comparing it to the Cat Who series by Lillian Jackson Braun, because I read that when I was in 7th or 8th grade and loved it so much. And those cats were very smart, it seemed, and knew things, but they weren't magical. Like the cats in this series may or may not be able to walk through doors and disappear at will. And that just seems a little too convenient when you're in a mystery story, because what's to stop the cat from disappearing and then reappearing by the police detective? And what's to stop one cat from walking through a door and witnessing the murder? And they can't talk, so it's not just easy peasy. They'd have to communicate to Kathleen, the main character, what they saw or what they heard or whatever. But seems a little convenient because they can go get clues and things that she doesn't have access to. You know what I mean? So I'm liking it. We'll see how the ending goes. I'm also about 50% into that. I just wish the cats weren't magical. I may not continue with that series, or I may actually get the audiobooks and see if it's just something I can get from the library and listen to or read on my e-reader. I don't think I'll buy the rest of the series. And I bought the first book. I don't think I'll buy the rest. It's been a long day. I went to a baby shower this morning. Very fun. But it was an hour and a half away from my parents, who are about an hour away from me. So lots of driving. And then we got some amazing donuts. Very excited to go eat some of those. And now it is 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and I am tired. But I have to do some writing because I have written every single day so far this year, and nothing is going to stop me from finishing the last 3 months, knock on wood. But so I have to go write 100 words. I got to do my daily Duolingo lesson because that owl, he's got me. I'll let you know if anything happens in the last house on Needless Street, or if I end up DNFing it this far in. I'm not a quitter, and sometimes that is a bad thing. Sometimes you can sometimes be too stubborn. So should I have already DNF'd it? Maybe. It's very creepy, and I don't want to say I don't like it, but I don't like it very much. I think it is doing what it is doing well, and that is interesting, but the story itself, I think I'm just not in the mood for that. Whoops. But it's spooky season, and it's spooky. It's definitely giving the spooks. So, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna finish listening to it. See you later. One more update for the night. Might do a final update tomorrow when I finish Last House on Needless Street, but I read a little more. I'm like 56% in, so only like 6% more than before. And the thing that I thought was true is true. We've had like one mini revelation, and I guess we've had like 2 revelations at this like 50% mark. So, interested to see how it resolves. I am not going to listen to it more before bed though, because it's too spooky. It's too spooky for me. I read about 20 more pages of Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly. It's very cute and cozy and like small town vibes, and I just think maybe I'm not in the mood for that. Which is weird because I'm like, oh, Last House on Needless Street is too scary. And I'm like, well, this is too comfy. I don't know what I want. I do think this is cute, and I'm interested to see if the writing gets better, because it's kind of, there have been a couple like repetitive things, and it kind of feels like the mystery isn't going anywhere right now. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm very tired. Bye. What's up? Closing out this vlog. Here to say goodbye. Oh, I'm washed out. Look at my purple is fading. Anyway, I'm here with my boy Vino. Ignore the mattress. This boy. Anyway, that's not the update. The update is I finished The Last House on Needless Street, and oh boy, what a story. What a it's not a twist, because like you could feel it coming, like you could feel something was wrong. But like I was ready to DNF it like 30% in, because it was just too creepy. The atmosphere, like I was just weirded out, grossed out, creeped out, all those things. And like that's the point, it's supposed to do that. But then the ending was so satisfying, it was so good, it was so interesting. I'm really glad that I didn't DNF it. And what's really interesting to me is, like, no spoilers, but you definitely, and you know this from like page 1, you have at least one unreliable narrator. At least one. Sometimes with unreliable narrators, I tend to feel lied to, or I think a lot of people can feel lied to and misled, and like the story, like you're just lying to me. Why am I wasting my time reading this, right? But this was done so well, and there were so many flags and clues that like what you are being told is not everything, and it is not the full truth. And like, I am just in awe. Like, I want to read it again someday and make notes on all the things that Catriona Ward did to signal that you have an unreliable narrator, and to signal the things that were actually happening, because those are like under the surface. You can feel them, and that's why the book is so unsettling, because you can feel the weirdness and that something is being kept from you, and it's just, oh my goodness, it was so good. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars, because not only is the writing, like the craft, like the effort to get that right and strike the right balance, and oh my god, the atmosphere, it's so spooky, it's so creepy, it's perfect for this time of year. But then, like, even though it's spooky, scary, unsettling weirdness, it's also like you feel bad for the characters. And even when I thought like the worst things, and it does lead you down that path, even when I thought the worst things, I still thought I still felt bad for the characters, even if I thought they were doing bad things and being evil. And just the craft that went into that book to make it so, like, it really just struck the right note all the way through. And I am, 1, glad I did not DNF it, and 2, just amazed. Also, the audiobook, I listened to it entirely on audio. The audiobook was fantastic. It added to a lot of the unsettling things that I think maybe if I had read it with my eyeballs instead of with my ears, it would not have been as spooky, scary, creepy. Unclear, but fantastic. I also liked the It Girl, so I'm just like, I'm doing great. My reading is great in the first 3 days of October. Heck yeah. So now I just need to finish Curiosity Thrilled the Cat, which I'm hoping to finish tonight. Not enjoying that quite as much. It is very slow, very cozy, very, I don't know. It's cute. It's good enough, but I just read 2 thrillers, or 2 thrilling books, and so this cozy is just not doing it for me right now. Thanks for coming along, spending the weekend with me, and I'll see you next time. If you liked, subscribe or like this video, do whatever you want. Bye.